smoke in the bathroom. Just make sure that it comes from the heart.
these headphones. Oh, here we are. We're back. It is happy. Hey, Ralph, can you adjust this camera for me? If you can move the lens to your right. A little bit more. Keep it right there. That might be perfect. Now, can you zoom out just a little bit? A little bit more. A little bit. Keep going. Keep it going. Right there. No, bring it in a little bit. I guess that's too far out. Keep it going. And now, can you? What's the word? Focus. Can you focus? You know the little twist on the top of the lens? Oh, you did too much. Go very slow, and I'll tell you when to stop. Keep going. This is worse. Keep going.
You want me to go the other way?
Yeah, go the other way. Either way, it goes around. Keep going. Just a little bit more. Oh, there we go. I think we're crisp now. Very nice. Very nice. I forgot to do that part. I made sure that I had the audio going, but I forgot to make sure that the camera was good to go. So now we're good to go. What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. Are you guys enjoying yourself on this happy... Yes, it was focus. What did I say? Did I say focus? Yes. Well, it's focused now. Oh, Ralph, one more camera adjustment, if I could. If you will, please. If you will, bring it down a little bit. Just straight down. Right there. Up a little bit now. Now I fucked it all up. Up a little bit and to your right. Or my left, I'm sorry. A little bit more.
It's the same thing.
A little bit more. No, the other way. It's hard for me because... No, the other way. Now I'm all confused. Okay. So go the opposite direction you were just going. Slowly now. I think we got it! Yes! Come here, give me 5. Why?
I don't know why.
On purpose? No. Every time. Now I'm going to rant on that. Every time I try to give Adam a high five, he goes low. Every single time I try to be like, yeah! He's like, and he puts his hand out like I got to hand him some pennies. He's like he wants me to hand him some change. I think everything looks good. I think it looks good now. What's up, guys? How are you all? How's everybody going? I'm going to jump on the comments real quick so we can keep it rolling. Laura said, so no pants, now no pinky. What's next? Oh, wait, maybe no sound. No, we've already done no sound. So we'll have to do I don't know, maybe no video or no, I don't know, no dogs, no cats. Oh, we can't go without man cat, though. Definitely won't be no hair, Laura. That would make all of us faint. Yeah, it would. That'd make me faint. You can't get rid of the hair, man. What's up, Craig? How are you, buddy? Shy is back in here, Mr. RR, which is Ramblin' Ron. See? It could be Relaxing Ron or Relegating Ron, but I like Ramblin' Ron. Ramblin' Ron's pretty good. More volume. Can you guys hear me now? Or because my audio levels say that I'm good. But if you guys think that I need more audio, just let me know, and I will... I'll hook that up. I'll make sure that we have a higher volume. Shy said, hello, Adam. Hello, Adam. Laura. Oh, I'll say. Oh, okay, Laura. All right, we're good. I'm sorry. I'm back on the. I'm on the bottom of the comments right now. So I'm about to catch up, and then we're gonna get to rolling, and I'll talk about my little story with my pinky. If there's still a world tomorrow. Okay, all set. Bernie said, complete with Adam reflection off of King Cat. King Cat doesn't want any reflections. And I guess you could see Ralph. You could probably see Ralph in the reflection whenever he was adjusting the old camera for us. And we're gonna do went for a walk, got lost. We've been debating back and forth about that, but we're just going to keep it as a regular YouTube show, a regular YouTube video, because I do these streams all the time, and you never know what I'm going to cover on the streams. And we could have like a regular show where we're covering, our walks, but then like the footage doesn't look that good because whenever we're running it live, there's a little bit of a disconnect. Oh, jeez. Oh yeah, I got my pinky wrapped up right now, trying to hold it straight because it all got discombobulated earlier. Oh, yeah, that's a little story for you guys. That's always fun. But Bernie said, no, Bernie already said that. Laura said 9 minutes and they still can't get it right. Just leave it alone. I have no idea what you're talking about, Laura. Rick said, hello. What's up, Rick? How are you, brother? Shy said, all set. I think we're all set. We'll see. Let the rambling begin. I'm going to try to let the rambling begin. Laura said, I miss IHTP. I actually IHTP'd on the, was it yesterday? No, it probably wasn't yesterday. It was probably Monday. I think I had to pee on Monday. And you guys just made me lose my thought looking down at the comments and then made me forget what direction I was going. So you guys got to put me back on track. And Shy said, it could be relaxing, Ron, but that's not for you. It can be running, Ron. It is running, Ron. It's really not. I don't relax very well. I have a hard time relaxing. Laura said, oh, we know what you're covering. You cover rambling very well. You damn right. You damn right. That's what we're covering. That's exactly it. I want to ramble about how I destroyed my pinky again. And I'm sure that you guys, most of you guys follow me. And if you've seen my stories on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, I don't have Snapchat, and I don't have TikTok. And I'm not going to get them. They'll be gone soon anyway. As soon as Facebook's gone, I'll be on whatever the next platform is that we'll be using. But Facebook seems to like have sticking power because it's been around a lot longer than any of the other social networks. Shy said, oh my, that's bad. Does it hurt? I mean, the pinky. Yes, the pinky does hurt. It hurts right now, and it hurts every time that I do it. Lori said, I'm at work. I have to watch later. Oh, Lori, I'm so sorry. That's disappointing. But definitely watch later because that's where most of our views come from anyway. Most of our views come from people who are watching it later. And hey, that's how it goes. Because we don't have like a set schedule for this. I'm going to figure out a schedule for it. It might be specific days where I know that I can commit to an actual time. But it's just part of it. It's just part of it. Barry said, let the rambling begin. You damn right. The rambling is about to begin. And let's see, go down. Barry said, am I invisible? No, Barry, you're not invisible. How are you, brother? It's good to see you again. And we are here. We're happy, and we're ready to rock and roll. I think we're all ready to rock and roll. Are you guys ready to rock and roll or not? Because I think I am. I think I was born ready to rock and roll. If you guys have been watching the news, and I know that we don't cover a lot of the news, but you know there's a insurrection going on down in D.C. right now. So you guys don't go down there because it might be the end of our republic, y'all. Everything's going to end. Everything's going to I'm sorry. I can't be serious. There's been constant riots for like 2 years at least. 2 years at least. And like they're acting like now all of a sudden it's a bad, like it's going to destroy the republic or whatever. Like, I think we're probably going to have a good day tomorrow. I challenge you to have a good day tomorrow. Don't watch the news and then be like, oh no, everything's so bad. How about just have a nice day? It's not going to rain. Actually, in the Northeast at least, it's not going to rain for a couple of days. So we have some good weather coming. It's going to be cold, but get over it, you know? Try not to be so like upset about what's on TV. And I know what's on TV is all the stuff that's going on in D.C. and all that other good stuff. And I didn't want to work down in D.C. today because I knew that there was just going to be a mess down there because there's a bunch of angry people going down there. But it's like after every single there's always, like, no matter what, in a democracy or a republic or whatever the hell you want to call this, there's always going to be not happy people with the elections. Like the Trump memes whenever Trump won with all the Democrat socialists, I don't know, whatever. The people who didn't like Trump, all the videos of all those people saying, not my president, and screaming and crying and stuff like that, and those memes, those were good memes for 4 years. But now, Republicans, it's your turn. So now, we haven't seen, like, any, that's the funny thing, too, because I haven't seen any, like, Republicans, like, doing, like, that scream, like that, no! But I'm sure it's happened. It's had to have happened. There's got to be, like, people... They did do it, though. There was one There was one lady, like, she as soon as, like, it was announced, she was like, no! And like, it's like, you're probably okay right now, right? Maybe it's not that, like, maybe it doesn't have that much of effect on your everyday normal life. You know? Oh, Barry, you damn right you got your shout out. You damn right you got your shout out. That's what I'm here for, brother. Shy said, it's sad. I read the news in the morning. Yeah, just read the news in the morning. That's about it. Try not to be too serious. You scream very well, Ron. I scream a lot. I'm a screamer.
Oh my God.
Sometimes I could be a screamer. Every day alive is a good day. You damn right. Yeah, exactly. Barry, that's the main thing, though. You have to understand that there's going to be tomorrow. So whether today is a good day or a bad day, for you politically or ideologically or whatever, you're trying to get people's approval, and those people don't approve of it. Whether it's Trump trying to get enough votes and he didn't get enough votes, and then you're pissed off about that happening and you want to go protest. I mean, everybody goes and protests and all that other good stuff. And I saw videos of, like, people breaking into, like, I saw a couple of videos. I saw some people break in a glass, but then I saw some people, like, they were, like, it was weird. It was like one of the most orderly riots that you'll see, because these people were, like, walking in, like, just walking in a line into the building, and it's like the police weren't stopping them. They were just standing by. So it's like, have the police just been told to stand by for everything? It's weird. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I felt like I couldn't even have this show today without at least bringing up what was going on TV, on the news and those types of things, because, you know, it's just something that you kind of have to cover a little bit because it's going on, but it's not that big of a deal. And I say that big of a deal because I'm sure there's going to be a country tomorrow. I'm sure the sun's going to be up tomorrow. Sure, you're like, politically, you're not going to be happy about whoever's in office or whoever isn't in office, covering both grounds here. But it's like, come on, guys, you know, relax. Orderly riot, isn't that an oxymoron? LOL. No. I was saying they were orderly walking into the building. I don't know if it was an orderly riot. Are they rioting, or did they, like, get into the building? I don't know. I haven't seen. As I was setting up the stream, I worked all day, so I was setting up the stream. As I was setting up the stream, I was seeing, like, a little bit of news here and there, seeing what it was, and yeah, there was, like, a line of people walking inside very orderly into this building. Let me see if I can find it real quick, because it didn't look like a riot. I know that there's definitely riots. There's been a lot of riots, and we've been seeing a lot of riots. Protesters, senators escorted out of the Chamber of Commerce. Oh, these are all live videos, though, so it's not like, you know, I don't really care about it that much to look it up. I started to, but I realized I really don't really care about it that much. It was orderly in the sense that people were walking. They were just walking. Like, whenever you see a riot, you see a bunch of people running around, breaking stuff and setting things on fire and spray painting things and all that other good stuff. Have you seen that? Are people doing that, or did they just walk into the building? Either way, a riot's a riot, and they're doing things that they're not supposed to. So, hey, guys, y'all are bad. Don't do that. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Like, you just see this stuff on the news, and then you just go about your day, and then you go to work. Barry said, at the end of the day, it's going to be what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. Why stress about it? Why, like, take it so personally? Why do you think that, like, oh my goodness, this is going to ruin my day because I've seen this stuff on the news where these people were rioting? There's been a lot of riots. Everybody's rioting for different reasons and different causes and different things, and, you know, people have different things that they're motivated by. Like, their hierarchy of values are different than your hierarchy of values. Everybody has a hierarchy of values and what's important to them or not. What is important to you? And that doesn't even mean if you feel like you got slighted, because I'm sure that a lot of the Trump people feel like they got slighted, as I'm sure that the Hillary people felt like they got slighted. And I don't know the details of the fraud, and I'm sure that there's always fraud in elections, but the point would be trying to see like how much of that fraud really affected the actual election, and that type of stuff. I don't know all that type of stuff. I'm not really into it. I like doing my type of stuff. That's why I'm about to get into the finger story. But it is just something that's going on, so I feel like we do have to cover stuff that is going on in the world, in the United States, and all this other good stuff. It's not the end of the world, though. I just want, because I see a lot of different posts. I see so many of my friends from both sides, left and right, because I have a lot of friends on both sides. You know what I do when they give an opinion that I don't agree with? I don't care. I just read it and I'm like, oh, I don't agree with them. I don't type, unfriend me now if you disagree with me on this political stance. I know your hierarchy of values. I'm sure that there's something that probably personally happened to you for you to really, really care about whatever it is that you're standing up for. But at a certain point, you're not going to get everybody on board. You're just not. So you have to try to live your life and try to be as happy as possible. Shy said, let's get to your pinky story. What happened? How did that happen? You're not, I'll get to the pinky story whenever I feel like it. It's true. Have a bigger population. It's always having two sides of the coin. Yeah, I don't know what y'all are talking about there, but yeah, it's both sides of the coin. That's like the main thing is just the both sides of the coin. Like you have to worry about everybody, and everybody has different hierarchies of values. Everybody has things that they care about differently than everybody else, and I think that you should respect them. You should respect everybody, for where they came from and their personal beliefs and how they feel about things and those type of things. It's just tough. It can be tough. I don't think that it's healthy to get so hardcore in line with any type of ideological belief, any type of anything, really. You should have an open mind, be open-minded for most things. So that's how I feel about it. You should definitely be open-minded about whatever is going on in the world. Be as open-minded as possible, because you don't we all have our shared experiences, but then we have experiences that we didn't share with other people that people might actually have. So, Michael Darkheart said, boo Jourdain. I'll take it. I love the boos. I love being a heel. I'm a natural heel as it is anyway, so I'll take it. Larry Scott said, I'm just looking forward to trolling Republicans when the time is right. That's what oh, shit, my thing fell off. And my thing is my thumb is really sore right now, and the thing fell off. Ooh, and I can't really move it. So much. All right, let me put this back on real quick. Okay. All right, I think that's a good, can you guys see how ugly that is? I don't know if you can see that pinky. Can you see the two pinkies? Look at the two pinkies. All right, let's see. Boom and boom. That one is the good one. That one is the not so good one. Can you see how swollen this one is compared to this one? It sucks. It's very fat. That finger is very fat right now. That's like a thumb. Oof. Man, that sucked. All right, I'm going to go to the comments real quick, and then we're going to jump on to our stories. Let me keep this on. I'm going to I have to do the stream first, because I just finished my run. I had my little 3-mile run, and no, it's good. Let's see. All right. Barry said, that's what I like about your podcast. You say what's on your mind. Yeah, man, we got to say what's on our mind. Boo Jourdain. Yeah, I already saw that. Bernie said, problem is respect has been thrown out of the window on all sides, and that is something that isn't just a last 4 years thing. Yeah, totally, 100%. People don't respect each other a lot. And I think that I don't know if there was ever a time where people really respected each other, because there's always been political differences. There's always been different ways that people think that things should be run, and then everybody's opinion is better than anybody else's opinion. So my opinion trumps your opinion, and vice versa. So there's always going to be that, and there's always been that. But you know, I just watching the news, you just see people saying, "Oh," and it's not people; it's the news anchors are saying, "Oh, this is horrible. This is going to ruin the Republic. This is the fall of Rome. This is all this crazy stuff that people are saying." And it's like, I don't believe it. I'll see you in 6 months and tell me how horrible everything is. And I'm sure it's not going to be good, but it's not going to be as bad as people are saying it is. Like, the world's not going to burn down. You're probably going to go to work tomorrow. I'm going to go to work tomorrow. Are you going to go to work tomorrow? You probably should. If you have work. If you don't have work, then unfortunately that sucks. What? I'm just going, man. Yeah. All right, we're good. We're caught up with those. Okay, so I was going for a run earlier, and I started back on my runs regularly because I've been doing a lot of walking. But I have to do the runs because it takes up too much time now, and I don't have enough time in the day to be able to just sit there and try to walk and walk and walk and walk. So I have to run. I have to get my activity in there. And as I was going today, I went to walk the dogs. I went to run the dogs with me, and Serge. And if you guys don't know, I have this problem with my pinky. Let me show you real quick. I have this problem with my pinky, if you guys see it right there in this video. It gets dislocated from time to time. And sometimes
Oh my God!
I have to pop it out. So right there, here's a video of me. I was wrestling one of my younger brothers, and it popped it. So here, let me go. Oh, I can't pause it. Damn it, I hate this thing. Oh, wait, can I?
We're better now.
Oh my God!
Did that pause anything or no?
All the time.
Did it pause the video though? Or did it pause? I think it's pausing the
You got video?
pause alert cue. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still figuring this out as we go.
We're better now.
Oh my God!
Barry said some people love the doomsday scenario. Most people love the doomsday scenario. That's why that 2012 thing was so huge. You know, the Mayans predicted the end of the world.
You got video?
So if you see, like, man, I wish I could pause it. If I could just pause. If I could just pause on this thing.
We're better now.
Dang, how do they not have a pause? That's so frustrating. All right, I'll just keep it on a loop, though. We'll just let it loop for a little bit. If you see that, like how messed up and discombobulated my finger is, that happens 2 to 3 times a year, maybe 2 to 3 times. Sometimes more, sometimes less, depending on the year. Usually, it happens in wrestling, but it hasn't happened while I was like on like a TV show or something. So if I was on a TV show, I would have totally made that part of the match, and I would have been like, "Hey man, look at my finger!" Ooh, and then I fixed it. But that's just a problem that I've had since high school. It's always popped out, and then from this point on, from the point that we're at right now, where I have the video playing and looping, you see the finger. It's that's what would normally happen. It would be kind of discombobulated and it's whatever. Today I was walking Seether and Surge, aka Surge's name is Awkward. He's a little pit bull mix that my aunt rescued. And I mean the beagle and the pit bull are what she rescued. She rescued, you know, both of the dogs. And I say rescued like she's fucking Superman and she saved him out of a fucking burning building. She went to the SPCA and got him or whatever. However you save dogs, but they were dogs that weren't wanted by people, so she took them. So, you know, but either way, they're dogs. Dogs are dogs. We all love dogs. And if you don't love dogs, get out of the chat. But if you love dogs, press D in the chat. Press D in the chat if you love dogs. If you don't love dogs, leave. Don't leave. We need as many views as we can. But just know that I disagree with you. I disagree with you on your whole not liking dogs thing. But I accept your opinion because it's valid to me. Oh, yes. Barry said some people love the doomsday scenario. The news loves the doomsday scenario. If you go watch the news, you're going to be seeing the doomsday scenario majority of the time. Beastie said, oh gosh, I guess I won't ask you to pinky swear. I can pinky swear. It'll just be like this though. It has to stay straight, and then I can do it like that. So as long as you do it like that, I can't bend it. Here's the problem. I was walking the dogs. We were going down the road. And Seether, we do this thing called pull. When I say pull, Seether knows what I mean when I say pull. I've trained him to understand that when we're walking and you have so here's the dog, here's me. We're walking, here's a tree. A tree comes right here, boom. Most dogs, or a lot of dogs, kind of get stuck. Oh, you can't really see it. Let me see. Oh, shit. Take that all out. No, got all kinds of problems. Now you guys see. Now you guys are going to know. Now you guys are going to know, like, how bad I can mess this stuff up. Anyway, this is the dog. This is me. They get caught in between. I taught Seether that when I say pull, he comes around. He knows. Now, I don't even have to say anything. He just sees the pole, and he's like, oh, shit, let me go around because we're going to get stuck. Surge is only like 7 or 8 months, so he's very, very young still, and he has to learn that. He hasn't learned that yet. So it's a hard process getting them. It's not very hard, but it's a longer process. You have to be patient getting them to learn that. You have to condition them properly for at least 1 or 2 weeks to actually get it to stick in their mind. And this is the first week where I'm trying to condition Surge to be able to do that. Today, him and Seether got caught on the other side of the pole, and I was like, oh, this is the perfect opportunity. He'll be able to see Seether go around, and then everybody else, and then he's going to figure out, okay, everybody's going to figure out Seether went around, I'm going to go around. Maybe Surge will figure it out as well. Seether went around, Surge couldn't go around. So I was pulling Surge, and I was telling him the code word. The code word is pull. Even if it's a tree, even if it's whatever, we just use pull. It can be any type of word you want to use or any type of mouth noise that you want to use. But I would tell him pull. And he started pulling like he had no idea what was happening. So he's like looking at me, and his eyes are wide. And he's like, you're right there, but I'm being pulled this way. Why are you pulling? Why am I being pulled this way and you're right there? Oh, my God, I'm freaking out. And I'm telling him, pull. You got to go around. Go around. He won't go around. He's pulling against me, which is like the worst thing you can do. He starts going around, and I'm trying to push him now. I'm trying to push him. I'm like, come on, dude. Go around the pole. Just go around. So I push him on his butt. I push him around. He yanks himself out of his collar and starts to run away. I grab him, and I push him down. As I push him down, I push down on him. I push him. And he starts fighting me. And then I'll admit it. I got a little annoyed that he was pushing back. So I was like, God, man. As he was doing that, I think he got a little freaked out as I was pushing him back. He was like, oh, no, fuck this. I want to get out of here. Now I feel nervous. Now I'm scared. And I didn't want him running off because I'm used to the Beagle Seether, because the Beagle Seether, he'll run, and he don't care. He will run, and he'll just be gone. And he'll run out in front of a highway and not even think twice. His nose will be to the ground, and he'll just be running. And that's what I did not want to happen. But he's a pit bull mix. Surge is a pit bull mix. He's not the Beagle, so he didn't handle it. He's a lot bigger than the Beagle, so it was harder for me to hold him, in place. But then I popped my finger. As he was struggling, and he tried to get away from me, and so I had to hold him. And I'm trying to hold him with my finger, and my finger is messing up. My finger is not feeling good at all. As we go, man. I feel it pop, and that's like a normal sensation. But the problem is, when it popped, I kept pushing him because I was trying to hold him so I could get the leash back on him. I got the leash back on him, and my finger was all like, it looked like a Z. It was literally like a Z. And I looked at it, and I was like, man, this is a lot worse than normal, man. This is a lot worse than normal. And when I say this is a lot worse than normal, I mean it's a lot worse than this.
You got video?
Yeah.
Are you videoing it?
For some reason, it was a lot worse than that. That right there, ooh, that did not feel good. I was not happy about that whatsoever. But Today was a lot worse. Today hurt, man. Today I don't get it.
All right.
I don't get it. Actually, I do get it because I was working a little bit
You got
harder
video?
on that.
Are you videoing it?
I was pushing him, and he pushed back, so there wasn't really much that I could do. It was just kind of was what it was. So my finger did that, and I started pulling it, and you see in that video where I pulled it, I pulled it back, and it was perfect. This time, I pulled it, and it was still messed up. I pulled it again, and it was still messed up. So I pulled really, really hard, and I couldn't get anything. It was still just like all in a Z. And I'm just freaking out now. I'm like, oh man, this hasn't happened before. Normally, I can just pop it back in place, and I won't have a problem. Now, this time, of course, this one time, I can't get it fixed. So I work on it. Serge is sitting there. They're sitting there. They're just both looking at me like, are we going to run, dude? Or are we just going to worry about your pinky here? And I'm sitting here worried about the pinky. I don't want to lose my pinky. And now I'm starting to think like, man, like this is a normal thing because in wrestling, it happens all the time. Not usually that big of a deal. Not to me anyway. I'll just pop it back and then we'll just keep going. We'll keep wrestling, buddy. We'll keep wrestling, brother. But this time was different. So I had to stop the run right then and take the dogs back because I couldn't keep a hold of anything. Every time I would grab, my pinky it would pop out of place. It would make like a Z, kind of like that. Something like that, but a little bit worse than that, like more unnatural, more of an unnatural position. And it was not too painful because at that point, after it's done it a couple times, it doesn't really hurt too much. But now that I've had it kind of straight this whole time, it does not feel good. It does not feel good. But it's starting to feel a little bit better. I can't really move it too much now, though. See, it's swollen, and I was showing you guys earlier how swollen it was. But I think it's going to make it. Hopefully, it's going to make it. Hopefully, I don't start getting gangrene and it doesn't get. Hopefully, it doesn't get infected. That's the key word, infection. We want to avoid an infection. Hopefully, it doesn't get COVID. You guys think my pinky will get COVID? Yeah, I don't want to lose it. That's the thing, Ralph. I don't want to lose it. Thanks a lot for putting negative thoughts in my head now. Now I feel bad. It's too late.
It's too late. You're
No, I'm going to lose it now. That's karma, man. You put bad karma on me, bro. Oh, the cool thing is, I'm automatically fancy. You see how automatically fancy I am because I have to keep my hand on? Look at that. That's good shit right there. Do you have any more Grey Poupon? Good tea, good tea. Anyway, so I started thinking like, oh man, what if, now we already had this type of a situation happen before previously. If you remember the stories that I had a couple of weeks ago, Mancat broke his paw. And we almost had a situation to where he would have had to have amputated his paw. And today, it had me thinking that. I was thinking, like, what if I have to amputate this thing? What if this thing gets so bad to where, like, I have to get rid of it? And then I'm just walking around like this, you know? Like I'm that guy. Pull-ups will be a lot harder. I know that much for sure. Opening jars probably wouldn't be that easy, but I think I could get by okay with it. But as I was trying to sit here and think of like scenarios where I would be okay working without a pinky, where I would be pinkyless and I would just have my hand like this, grabbing everything, I realized that this was like not the exact situation because it would be the whole hand, but this was very similar to the situation that my Mancat was in just a few years ago. So he's about 11 or 12 years old right now. I don't remember exactly. I can look it up. I'll look it up eventually. But this was when he was like 2 years old. He was very young at the time. And there was a cabinet in the kitchen. And so the way that I injured myself originally was through football. Well, I think I went to hit somebody and it just bent it all the way back. And then the cartilage and everything just kind of gave way to where the only thing holding it together is basically skin. Not the best scenario. for your fingers, especially if you use them a lot. But it is what it is. So Man-Cat was, I don't know what he was doing. I think he was feeling froggy that day, or he was feeling extra catty. And he wanted to get to the top of the cabinets in the kitchen. So the cabinets in the kitchen, the only way that you can reach the cabinets in the kitchen is if you jump to the countertop or where the sink is. And then you jump from the countertop to the top of the refrigerator. And then from the top of the refrigerator to the top of the cabinet. So a lot of times he would just be hanging out up there on top of the cabinet. And majority of the time he would go down, he would jump down to the refrigerator, then he would jump down to the countertop, and then he would jump down to the floor. And he would be A-okay. This one time, for some reason, he didn't have patience for that bullshit. He was like, you know what? I'm not going to jump to the, what kind of bullshit am I doing? Jumping to the refrigerator, jumping to the countertop, and then jumping to the floor. I think this is all bullshit, and I'm wasting my time. So he decided to jump from the cabinet top to the floor. Was it the floor, Ralph? Or did he jump to the countertop and then he hit a plate and then he fell to the floor? Because I remember there was a broken plate, and somehow he broke a plate. So he jumped. Maybe we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We won't say that he's the dumbest cat that ever lived. Definitely not the smartest cat that ever lived. But maybe he wasn't trying to jump from so high to a very, very hard ground. Maybe he was trying to jump from the top of the cabinet to the sink and then onward down to the ground. This poor kitty cat jumped down. He jumped to the cabinet. He hit a plate. The plate skid out from under him. He slipped off the plate because the plate was porcelain on top of whatever the countertop was, marble. And it slipped out. Cat went straight to the ground. Boom. Didn't think it was a big deal. Whatever. Cats do that type of stuff. Cut to 2 hours later, Man-Cat is just sitting under the TV, meow, 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 like holding his paw up, like very high to his chest, that he never really did before. You remember that, right? Like he was being very loud. He was being a lot louder. I mean, he's a loud cat. He's very vocal, but he was more vocal than normal, right? He was more vocal than normal, and it was weird. It was like, what the hell is wrong with this cat? And after a couple of minutes looking at him, you realize that he broke something. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. So this was the actual night that, let me move, I'll move over here so you can see my face a little bit while I'm telling the story about what happened to Man-Cat. So this is Man-Cat when he was about 2, maybe 3 years old. That paw right there, he broke. And he's just sitting there not happy at all. You can see it in his little cute little eyes how sad he looks. And maybe he's not sad. Maybe he's just being cute, trying to get people to feel sorry for him or feel bad for him, and, you know, try to get him motivated to care about how he is and what he is as a cat. But he broke his paw. And it sucked because this was in the middle of the night. So he did the fall. He did the jump from into the hospital that night, the veterinarian's hospital or whatever you want to call it. He was a good cat. He is a good cat. He's very easy to deal with. Most people are like, man, he's very tame. He's very tame. He doesn't freak out too often, stuff like that. So he doesn't freak out too much. But that night, he was very patient. He was just sitting there, meowing because his paw hurt. Poor guy. You let him stay that night because it was in the middle of the night. So, you know, they're not going to do x-rays that night or anything like that. The very next day, they did the x-rays. They checked it out and were seeing, like, what's the deal here? What's going on? How do we need to fix this? Is there something going on? So it turns out that he had shattered that paw. This paw right here, he shattered it. The one, I don't know if you guys can see my mouse or not. Probably not. But that front one, so you see him like leaning forward a little bit, that one that he's not putting pressure on, that's the one that had to get fixed. He needed to get surgery for that. So his surgery was something that I couldn't forget at that time because, you know, random animal accidents happen. And the doctor was like, you can pay us $3,000 to fix his paw. because the bones in his paw are so small and so fine and so ripple that, and they're so complex that they don't do those types of surgeries as often as they do regular bones. So they were like, hey, look, you can spend $3,000 on his paw, and if it doesn't work, we're going to have to amputate it, but we're still going to have to pay $3,000 because we tried. Or you can just go on and amputate it and get rid of it right there and just let him live his life as a one-armed cat or a three-legged cat. One-legged. As a three-legged cat, and try to let him deal with that, let him learn. And now looking back on it, he probably, like, with his personality and the way that he works, he probably would have been fine. I'm sure he would have been A-okay with that, but I don't think he would have lived as happy of a life as he's got going on right now. I think he's more happy now than he would have been with a nub. But who knows? Maybe he wouldn't have even known the difference because he's a cat. So, you know, he as long as he can catch things and kill them, I think that's what he's more so worried about. But with all those issues that we had with him, and I had a hard decision to make, and I was like, man, like, I kind of want to just cut your arm off and be done with it. But I do. I kind of want to cut his arm off and be, well, I did. I kind of wanted to be like, cut his arm off and be done with it. But then I was like, okay, now I'm going to feel guilty though if I don't at least try. It is just money. All right, let's do it. Let's get the surgery. Let's do it. I'm going to put it down on credit because I didn't have money in the bank for that. I didn't have money in the bank for that. I had like $500 in the bank. There was no way, you know. I had to take out a I didn't even have to take out a loan. I had to I just did, like, they had like a little payment process thing that you could do. So I did the payment process thing. And I'm like, okay, well let's get the surgery. I'll take on that debt. Just see if you guys can fix my cat. They do the surgery. Everything goes very well. And they say, okay, the surgery went well. Here's the problem. We have to make it to where he cannot walk. He's not allowed to move. He has to stay where he is. And if you know who Mancat is, Mancat doesn't do very well having people tell him what to do. Just like myself. I don't like people telling me what to do. Even if it's for my own good. So here he is post-surgery. Even the nurses who helped work on his surgery put a little heart. They put a little heart there because they were like, oh, little cute cat, we're going to put a little heart on there for you because you're adorable. He's a little sweetie pie. I don't know if they thought he was a girl or not. Because I think that they were thinking that he's a girl and he would like that type of stuff. But they didn't realize the type of cat that they were dealing with. And Mancat is not into that shit. Mancat, his main thing, his accessories are like briar stickers stuck in his fur because that's the accessories that he'll do. He doesn't put cool, cute things on. He'll let you though. I can put necklaces on him and he'll wear them for a little while. I remember I had a gold necklace I put on him and I took a picture. I don't know where the picture is, but Mancat is great for that type of footage. He's really good for that type of stuff. So I'll keep it moving. Yeah, Mancat breaking a paw is a national emergency. Damn right, Bernie. That's exactly what it was too. It was a national emergency, dude. It was horrible. Poor little guy. Sorry he got caught when he was young. Yeah, or got hurt when he was young. Yeah, I'm sorry he got hurt too. Bernie said he's looking for some Grey Poupon himself. Yes, he is. Stephanie said, hey, everyone. And then Lisa said, at least you took care of him. You know you love him. Yeah, 100%. Definitely. I had to try. You know, I had to try. And then a little bit later, so I used to have a husky there. So that's the husky, Lucy, hanging out with Boy Cat. And now you see Boy Cat had to stay in a cage for at least a month. It was at least a month. And if I remember correctly, I think it was a month and a half. I think it was like six to 7 weeks that he had to stay locked up like that. And he was not happy at all. That was not a happy cat. And Lucy, the husky, always like just laid beside him. It was like her little buddy was locked in a cage and she didn't understand why. And she would just hang out beside him all the time. And this was one time when I walked up and I called them both and And Lucy looked up, and I took a picture because she was sitting there like they were looking at each other, making eye contact. I don't know why. I guess she was trying to figure out what was going on with him, and he was messed up, so he was just chilling. There wasn't much that he could do. Now, that cat was not a happy cat. He was the worst when it came to that type of stuff. All he wanted to do was get out of that cage. All he wanted to do. I swear, like, he had temper tantrums, and he would show his ass. He would show his ass, and sometimes he would even try to hide from me. Like, he would try to hide from me because I'm guessing that I don't know, like in his head, he must have gotten so bored where he had to create these games where he was like, okay, I got to hide from them. I got to, like, his cat instincts were still working even though he was stuck in this, that's a large dog cage or kennel, but for a cat who likes to roam around and he likes to come and go as he pleases and he has all this type of stuff, that sucks for him, poor guy. So he had to sit in that cage for so long, and he would show his ass. He would show his ass. Okay, guys, here's the thing. Here's what he would do. Let me show you. I forgot about that. Oh, did I not post it? Hold on. Let's see. I might not have. This picture's not working. All right, that's one. That's the other. Okay, there's one picture that I'm missing that I haven't put up yet. Okay, so we'll leave it on this one right now. 'Cause that just shows you right there. Like, I could let him out every now and then, and that was the look that you got. That was the look that you got from him. He was not a happy cat whatsoever when it came to this type of stuff. And you see, like, they shaved his little paw and his little arm there. And one thing that I noticed, he has some fat under his belly. He never had that before until he had to sit in a cage for 2 to 3 months. And once he got out, once he was in that cage for a while, he grew a little bit of belly fat that he never got rid of. He still has that belly fat. I call it cat fat. I'll show you guys some of it in the future. If you've seen his cat fat, haven't you? Yeah. He got that cat fat, Ralph, from just sitting in the cage for however long. I guess it was 2 months. It was like a month and a half, 2 months. I don't remember exactly how long it was. Long enough for a cat to heal his little tiny claw bones, but they ended up being okay. And I think that I didn't take him for his last doctor's appointment, but everything was going really well up until that point. But I probably had to, like, travel or something to take him to the last doctor's appointment. But I think that very last doctor's appointment, which was just to make sure that everything was really good, I think that Man-Cat decided that he was good and he didn't want to deal with that shit anymore. So we were done. Because as you see right here, we had to put the cone on him because he would be trying to chew that damn brace off. And you can't chew the brace off, cat. Come on. Do not chew the damn brace off. Let us try to heal you. We're trying to heal you. Lisa said, at least you took care of him. You know you love him, for sure. No wonder he's an asshole now. Yes, you're right, Stephanie. And then Lori said, hi, Ron. Hope you had a great Happy New Year. Or hope you had a Happy New Year. I hope you had a Happy New Year as well. Lori, great. Thank you for joining us. It's great to see you. We are just sharing a couple stories about my finger almost being destroyed, and then Man-Cat's paw almost being destroyed. And we almost had to get rid of his paw. Poor little guy. He had no idea what was going on, and he had to just sit in that cage for as long as I could keep him in there. You can't. After a couple of months, though, like, the cat's ready to go. He's raring to go. He's going to be gone. So he had to get out of there. But like I was saying earlier, he would play these types of games in his cage, and he would hide from you, and he would try to get to the point where, like, you're like, okay, where the hell did this cat go? Is he? Where is he? What's he doing? What the hell is his deal? Let's see. Did I just delete it? Oh, there it is. Okay, here you go. So I'd walk in, and he'd just be doing shit like this. You look at him, and you're like, what? What is this? What are you doing? How did that happen? How did you do that? I don't even understand. Like, how did you do that? How do you do something like that? Like, you put yourself under your bed. Who wants to sleep under their bed? That's comfy on top. But he got under it because Man-Cat just wanted to, I don't know. I guess he was hiding. I don't know. But he kept doing stuff like that. Like he would hide under his bed a couple of times, like a week. I would just come home and he'd be under his bed. Sometimes he'd be on top of it, but a lot of times he'd be under it. And I'd be like, are you hiding? What are you doing? What the hell is going on? What's your deal, Cat? What's your deal? What the hell? What the hell? But be that as it may, he dealt with what he had to deal with. He kept his little paw up and taken care of, and he's fine now. He's A-okay. His paw works probably better than ever, and he's good. Now, I'm not getting surgery on this. I don't want to anyway. Hopefully I don't have to. Probably. If I went to a doctor, they'd probably say that I have to. But I'm not going to get surgery on this unless it gets like gangrene or something. Then obviously I don't want to lose my pinky. But with how fat it is and how much I have to deal with it, it just feels like this was a lot worse than what I normally do to it. So I'm going to try to let it rest. Hopefully you guys can pray for me and we don't have a Man-Cat type of situation going on here to where I could potentially lose my pinky. I'd rather just get surgery and then still have my pinky, but you never know. You know, these damn cats and these damn dogs probably heal a lot faster and better than we do. Barry said that was his way of saying, leave me the hell alone. I think that really was his way of saying, leave me the hell alone. Look at him. He's just sitting there like under his little thing, just not happy. And that cat was not happy. You can tell like they have mood swings. This dude did not have mood swings. He was just not happy the whole time. Not happy the whole time. Lisa said, how did you hurt the finger? And then Stephanie said, what did you do? You guys got to go back to the beginning of the episode, of this episode and hear the story. But I can give you a quick recap. I was walking the dogs, trying to teach the dogs how to walk properly. And as I was grabbing them, all I did was grab them. And with this finger right here, all it takes is just the wrong angle with just a little bit of pressure, and it'll pop out into. It's just a mess. It's a mess. So now I gotta let it heal for a little while, and then hopefully whenever I get done with it, I'm gonna start strengthening back up. So I'm gonna do some grip strength exercises, and hopefully I can save it and make everything a-okay with it. But it's just frustrating because, damn, man, you don't want these to happen, but it's just an accident. It's just one of those things. Like I had an accident. Instead of jumping off the top of the cabinets, I tried to just walk the dogs and get the dogs to act like normal human beings. But I guess they're not human beings, so I guess that was my fault. Joke's on me, right, guys? Right? Anyway, this thing was a mess, yeah. Thanks, Ralph. But, yeah, Man-Cat's a mess. We're all a mess. I think that Man-Cat and I live parallel lives. We've been through a lot of the same type of stuff, and it's just one of those things. Sometimes you gotta get over it and keep moving. I like that. See right here, you see Man-Cat, and take it away. Boom, still there. But that's general Man-Cat. That's the adult version of Man-Cat. This is the Man-Cat that has been through some shit. This is a little bit of a younger version of Man-Cat. The youngest version of Man-Cat is the selfie Man-Cat one, though. And I'll probably get one of these things made here of him as a kitten. I think I got it. I think the next one's going to be a kitten Man-Cat picture. So that'll be the next one. And Bernie said, camping in the cage sounds pay-per-view worthy. Yeah, I know. That exactly right. That's definitely pay-per-view worthy, I think, anyway. And I think that we all have to be a little more careful with the way that we're going about our lives and the way that we're going about things, because I was trying to be careful, didn't quite work out that way, and I still messed my finger up. Still didn't work very well. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? This is just part of the game, guys. It's part of the game. And all we can do is all we can do and try to be as positive as possible. And, hey, look, we just got through a whole episode, and the world hasn't ended yet. Isn't that fascinating? I love it. And I hope you guys had a great day. I hope you guys had a great time with this episode. Yeah, this literally just happened to me though. Like an hour before before I started this stream was when all this stuff happened. And then as it happened on my way back, I was like, I guess this is what I got to talk about today because this thing sucks. But I got to be smart about it. After I leave here, I'm going to go to Walgreens. I'm going to get one of those, I don't know what they're called, splints. I'm going to get one of those splints and put it on and try to keep it, as healthy as possible. And I'll keep it on this for like a week or two and see how well it heals. And hopefully it heals pretty well. But anyway, Barry said, by the way, your hair still looks good. And then Lisa right after said, he always looks good. Thank you guys. Yeah, I'm going to be doing another episode tomorrow. And then we got our Friday show, and then we're off for the weekend. But Ralph and I have got a little bit of stuff that we're going to be doing this weekend, as long as we can stay on top of it. We're going to be doing our Went for a Walk, Got Lost, but that's going to be we like I said earlier at the beginning of the episode, we've been debating on how we wanted to do that, and I think that we finally decided that we wanted that to be a regular YouTube show. It's just different type of vibes, and it's not quite as interactive, but I'm going to be doing the interactive show every day anyway. So this show is great because we'll be doing this, and we can do this. All I got to do is turn that baby on and rock and roll, and we're good to go. What I want to do is have some actual videos of us being out and about doing things, and that'll be good. The SVR, we're still working on SVR, getting everybody back together. I think Rick should be available pretty soon, so we'll be having a Spitting Games podcast as soon as he tells me he's ready. Bob Hollywood told me he'll be ready after the new year, so everybody's going to be coming back. Old Jimbo said he's going to be ready for another Friday night try. I don't have any official time or dates with any of these things, but we'll be having those coming along. But why worry about it? Because you're going to have me either way. So either way, I'm going to see you guys here. So you're not going to be able to get rid of me that easily. And Barry said, you need to do a live remote from Barnesville. I would do a live remote from Barnesville. The only problem is I'd have to do it on Instagram because there's no Wi-Fi in Barnesville whatsoever. Rob knows, like, what are we going to do? Go to McDonald's and try to run a live stream off of there? Probably not going to work. I don't know anywhere that has good Wi-Fi. Like most of the people who have houses down there don't have great Wi-Fi. They probably have still like 3G type Wi-Fi, which is very slow. I love how fancy I look with my pinky up now. Fancy. Lisa said, hope you have a better day. Barry have put his front row rowdy ladies into it. Yes, you got that right. It wasn't a bad day, though. Like, even with that being said, it's not a bad day. It was actually a really good day, very productive. This is just one of those bumps in the roads that happen throughout the days, and it's happened before. Not quite to this extent, not to the point to where I was like, man, I might have to go to the hospital because this shit's not looking good at all. It's feeling a lot better now. I'm going to ice it tonight, and we'll feel bad. So Barry said, we are not that backwoods. I know. I just wanted to make you sound a little more backwoods than what you actually are, because that's fun, man. It's always fun getting you guys riled up. Everybody gets so offended and everybody's so sensitive, but it's just one of those things. It's been a good year. We have to say it's been a good year. I think that because it wasn't a good year, but if everybody's saying that, maybe we should say it. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna hop off here because I still have a little bit more work to do. We got to go hit up the shred shed. We have some squats that we're about to commence, and then we're going to be rocking and rolling. I have a little bit more work to do tonight, but I won't be seeing you guys until tomorrow. So I hope you all be safe, be careful, be warm, and always remember, what was the saying? You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. That's my favorite saying ever. I love it. That's one of my favorite quotes. You are what you do, not what you say you do. Because I say I'll do a lot of stuff, but you guys got to hold each other. We got to hold each other to the fire and make sure that we're doing it. But anyway, guys, y'all have a wonderful night, a wonderful day. I appreciate you joining, and